Alright, so this is part 3 on my cattle trailer welding project. Today, what we did was, we had managed to back it back here in the shed after I was welding on it right there in front of the shop. But today we managed to back it back in the shed, right here, get it on level ground, and it's me and my grandfather, that's we went around on all 4 tires, and we packed the bearings again, put new grease in there, and so now you can roll them, and they don't squeal anymore like they did. And so that's what we did. We went around, packed all 4 of them, and as I showed you in the video yesterday, where I put that new piece of angle iron in right there, after we finished packing all the wheels on here, we went around, I went around over here and I cut off some pieces of the rotted metal that was down there. Just cut all them off and got kind of a level cut across there, and I'm still in the process of welding it. I welded it a little bit, and as you can see, I kind of ground it back down. My welder, my little MIG welder, that's what I was using on this. I was having a hard time really getting the heat adjusted just right, and plus doing the kind of some, not really overhead welding, but it's kind of welding up, you know. I couldn't really hold the bead pool, lava pool, you know. Couldn't really hold, or the puddle, as everyone calls it, the puddle. I couldn't really hold a very good puddle, so that's why it's a little spotty and everything, but it is holding. And so I ran out of wire, but I'm going to go get me some more wire tomorrow probably, and I'll come back and I'll finish welding all this on, and then hopefully get a little bit welded back there. As you can see, I've already went around and ground off the paint off there where I'm going to be welding at, and then try to do something about this hole right here on the cross member, and then fixing all of this place up here. And then hopefully I'll also get me some flat bar tomorrow. And so my plan with the flat bar is to see, what I'm planning on doing is just putting more angle iron in from between this cross member to the remaining piece of that piece of angle iron, and then angle iron in from here to here on this back section. And then probably and then the rest of it, just put flat bar along that, and then also along the bottom of there, and then flat bar across the top of the wall right here. Let's see, let me get some more light in here. I don't know how well you can see that or not. Excuse me, dog. So that's my plan that I'm hoping to accomplish. Okay, we got, see if that light helped any. And so, hey dog. And so, yeah, that helped a little bit. So that's the plan, is to just take the flat bar, and so flat bar from in between these 2 cross members, and then I'll probably put some along the wall over there to cover up where all that's pitted out, you know, and then think about something to cover up all that rust hole with right there. And then just flat bar the rest of this, and then probably along that part of the wall also. And then up here, what I'm going to do up here on top of this piece is, like where you can see it's still got that little gap where it's rusted through right there. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take flat bar and run that across the top all the way up through there. Probably just go ahead and do it up the front just to even it out, I guess. And then since that side's not bad, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about doing anything with it. And then since there's that gap, as you can see, in between the angle iron and the flat bar that the axles are welded on, what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is, slide the flat bar up underneath that to fill that gap in. So fill that in using flat bar, and then, sorry, the dog's trying to get in my lap over here. Let me stand up. And so So yeah, we're gonna just then flat bar the rest of this and then put the angle iron in on top of that. And then today also, or well, no, yesterday I noticed by how thin that metal's getting right there. Right here where the brace, where the two leaf springs attach in, it was actually bent upward right there. And so we managed to get the scissor jack in between the, it's a scissor lift jack, managed to put it in between the flat bar and the gate right there. And we just let the jack up enough until it actually pushed that bend out. So we got that part straightened back out. And so that's what we did, and then hopefully maybe tomorrow I can have some flat bar I can start covering up the rest of that wall with, and maybe tomorrow we'll get the rest of the angle iron in, welding on this side. Hopefully. That's the plan. And so the way as you can see we jacked the trailer up was we took the jack stands and put them on both sides of the trailer, and we let the jack at the front down as low as we could. Let it down as low as it would allow it, and stuck the jack stands up underneath the back of it, and then we raised it back up, and then as we raised it up, it picked the tires up off the ground. And so that's my plan that I'm going to do for the metal of the trailer. And then after I get everything done welded, I am going to actually undercoat all these cross members and the maybe the bottom part of the sides of here where the angle iron and flat bar is going to be at. So yeah, I'm going to sand that down real good and put some undercoating in on that so it won't rust anymore. And then after I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and start sanding the trailer down. And I do plan on repainting the trailer, and then maybe after I get it repainted, well, I know for sure after I get it repainted I'm going to get a new tarp for it. We got a place here in town that makes tarps for trailers and stuff like that, and so I might carry it up there and let them make me one. And then I do plan on converting all the lights on it to LED if I can. I know I can get the LED tail lights, and then I'll see what I can do about these up here and all that stuff. And then maybe get some new reflector tape and restripe it with that. But the problem is, short pieces of reflective tape, well, that was my phone, but even the short pieces of it are still pretty expensive, I've heard. So I'll still decide how I'm going to do that. And then of course I will pick up some more silver paint and repaint the rims and all that stuff, and then probably get some of that anti-seize stuff and rub down the lug nuts and lug bolts with it, and so I don't have any of the nuts rusting on there and getting tight. So that's the plan. It's work in progress, and as I said in my video yesterday, it's just going to take time. But I'm not in a hurry to get it done. I'll just work as time allows me. So that's it for part 3 on my updates. And on that note, y'all can comment, rate, and subscribe.